On our Twitter poll question, we are asking, what do startup innovators need the most in Kenya and Africa at large to scale up their technologies? Is it a good business plan? Is it financing and partnership? Is it exposure to markets? Take part in our Twitter poll. It's just about to end, and we'll be taking a look at some of your views on there. But now, with me here, we've got Brian and Hillary, who are innovators, young innovators at the University of Nairobi. Guys, thank you so much for joining us. So we have the RFID warehouse monitoring system. What exactly does it do? Brian?
Okay, what you have here is an RFID monitoring system.
Hold the microphone much closer.
Okay. What it monitors the movement of goods. Let's say they are stored in a warehouse. It monitors the movement of the goods and the employees in and out of the warehouse.
Right.
So this restricts unauthorized pilferage.
Yes.
Yeah.
I would like to take a look at it just to see.
What we have here is just the wiring part. Yeah, and it's just a prototype so that we explain the concept.
All right.
Demonstrate how we do it.
Okay, so this is a prototype. Hillary, I'm sure you're going to be able to tell us how exactly it works.
Yes.
From the word go, where do we start? How do we go about it? Yeah.
So as we start, anytime that an employee wants to access a room, warehouse, that person has to have a tag.
Yes.
Yeah.
So this is the tag,
So
the
that's
employee tag.
Yeah.
So what do I do when...
So
Tap it on this sensor.
so
Okay.
having it, you just scan it.
You can hold
Yes.
this.
Okay. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
So what it does, it tells you that scan it again. Again.
There's a delay.
Try again.
Okay. Did I tap it the wrong way?
You should use the other one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's use another.
Yeah.
Oh, great.
So what happens, anytime that an employee tags come close to the reader, it's going to give you access. It's going to tell you that the access is granted.
So it said access granted.
Access granted.
All right.
And at the same time, it's going to keep a log at what time you actually scanned your ID. So you're able to know at this time, the employee was able to come into the room
Right.
and access the warehouse. Yes, that's the first thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when you're able to see the information on,
You're able
on
to
the
see the
back
information.
end.
Yeah, the information contained on the tag. That is the name of the employee.
All right. How different is it from all the technologies we see around the security systems? At my workplace, we have the same employee tags where you just enter, your badge in there, get into the building, and on your way out, the same story. How different is this one specifically with the solution you are trying to come up with?
The difference, the update that it has is that I don't need to scan it on somewhere. Yeah, what I just need to do is just wear my ID card and just pass through the entrance, the entry here, so that I don't even need to scan it. It's going to sense it that you're there without even having.
What radius would I have to be for it to just sense that I'm somewhere in the vicinity?
For a prototype, we're using 125 kilohertz, so that means a small distance, about 5 centimeters. But in the real sense, a 13.65 megahertz is able to detect a radius of 1 meter. So 1 meter within the
radius of 1 meter.
Yes.
All right. So many systems are manipulated. Yeah. Technology systems are easy to manipulate.
Yes.
Once someone realizes where exactly that manipulative area is. Have you actually studied all the other technologies we have in the market and actually come up with one that cannot be manipulated? Brian.
Okay, the technologies that are there, we have cameras,
Yes.
we have fingerprint
Bring the mic
scanners.
closer. Yep.
Okay, we have cameras, we have fingerprint scanners, we have the ones that use SIM card chips.
Yeah.
Yeah, so with those are all technologies. But what we bring here, this is a new technology, so that, and it's at the customer's convenience. Like you don't have, for the SIM card, you have to hold it there.
Right.
For the fingerprint, you have to hold, and for the fingerprint, it's prone to dust and sweat. Now with this one, you just need the tag. And now you have your tag on you, it scans you by its own. Then for security protocols, we actually plan to complement this with a camera.
Oh, so you're complementing this with a camera?
Yeah, so that just in case your card is stolen and you have filed it, now we'll able to see if any action has been used with your card, which is not good, unauthorized.
Right.
So if you go report it, you can actually see the logs, and we'll know through the camera we're able to tell.
All right. So can we actually see the information on here on the computer? Because now we've actually been able to access, we've been given access. So what happens on the back end?
Like I want to Brent try scanning it again.
Right.
Like let's try scan an employee. I'm gonna go in.
Okay.
I'm promoted.
Okay.
So I scan it. Now I go in and I want to come up with something. So this is our whatever we
consignment.
So we scan it, and on the LCD it will tell you that you need to scan your employee ID. Then now, if I don't scan it, after some while an alarm goes on.
Okay, so when the alarm goes off, then it means that whatever has been taken out
illegally.
Yes.
Oh, great.
Now the only way this alarm goes off is
okay.
So
and the same information is displayed here, so I'm able to know at what time someone tried getting something out of the warehouse.
Okay, so what does it show on this end?
For the first time, when Brian tried getting the good without scanning, we were told that was unauthorized movement of the goods. So then he was told, scan your employee ID. And when it's scanning, he was told that it was Brian Asemo who had scanned it.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
So usually it can be able to detect as fast as possible.
Yes, very fast.
So this is a prototype. At the end of the day, there are people who are probably watching and thinking, we need to buy this technology. Have you guys thought about a price?
Not yet.
Not yet?
Yes.
Okay, and you're going to be showcasing this next week during Innovation Week?
Yes, we're going to be showcasing it, yes.
Awesome. So I would like to bring in Bright Gameli, who is going to give us his final remarks. Bright has actually been able to tell us what he has observed from the technology. Bright, what do you think? Do you think this can actually be sold to, say, one of the big industry players?
Actually, it can. There are very few people who do what we call Arduino. This is what an Arduino looks like. So they're very young people, very few who actually do this. We have seen some sort of implementation that has been done in, say, for example, Nakumat. But this will bring a different feel in the sense of when they actually get good funding to get a wider range of equipment. This can solve a problem of scanning everyone for people who actually steal from all the shops and everything. But as most of these things happen with insider employees, actually are the ones who steal from these shops and everything. So we're not only limited to markets of, say, Nakumat or Tuskies or anything, but we're looking at organizations that have very confidential equipment in the office. So IP theft and all that, that's something that can work.
Okay, interesting. So between financing and partnerships, exposure to markets, and having access to credit, which of them do you need the most? Do you need exposure to markets? Do you need financing and partnerships? What is it that you need in a word or two? Hillary?
What I will say is about financing. We will need financing. Because about exposure to the market, just before we started it, we actually did a research. We went to some of the big retail and those big companies, and we actually prepared some questionnaires for them. What are they doing to curb this thing? And they told us that they're doing this, and we noticed that there's some kind of a market niche.
All right.
That we could be able to.
So financing, that is the biggest issue here. And actually, if you take a look at our Twitter poll question, right here, you're able to see the percentages right here. We asked, what do startup innovators need the most in Kenya and Africa at large to scale up their technologies? Is it good business plans? That actually took 21%. Financing and partnership took 45%. And exposure to markets took 34%. So you can almost see most of the young startup innovators need financing and partnership to be able to scale up their technologies. Thank you all so much for watching. Hillary and Brian, thank you so much for talking to us. These are the young innovators who are going to take part in the Nairobi Innovation Week that is coming up next week, bringing together global young startup innovators from around the world. Dr. Bright Gameli Maudwar, who is the head of information security and risk at Cellulant, thank you so much for joining us. And to everyone who took part in the show, thank you all so much, and enjoy the rest of your viewing. Coming up next is Worldview. My name is Joy Doreen Vera.